President Muhammadu Buhari Thursday in Abuja signed 9 international agreements that will strengthen the anti-corruption war, stabilize the economy and improve the security situation in the country. The signing ceremony for the execution of the instrument of ratification for international agreements between the Federal Republic of Nigeria and other entities was held at the presidential villa. Speaking at the event, President Buhari directed all agencies of government with roles to play under the respective treaties that had been ratified to ensure that they play their anticipated roles in an effective and responsible manner in order to ensure that the country reaps the full benefit of these agreements.
Today's ceremony marks a very important milestone in our demonstration of sovereign capacity to fulfill our international obligations and take important steps for the benefit of our economy, security, and anti-corruption war within and outside Nigeria. It is my hope that these instruments, which are signed today, will reinvigorate the anti-corruption war and check the illicit flow of funds out of our country to other jurisdictions, improve national security, food security, boost our economic and tax regimes, and improve the overall well-being of our creative community.
On his part, the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, in his short remarks said the full implementation of the agreement has been delayed due to the need by both sides to conclude their respective ratification processes, adding that the signing of these treaties has further shown the commitment of this administration in the areas of cooperating with the international community towards development of the country.
This ceremony today demonstrates the national resolve of this government to continue to play our role as a responsible member of the international community. We shall continue to explore all possible avenues for cooperation and collaboration with different segments of the international community in a manner that promotes our national interest and promotes global peace.
Some of the agreements signed were agreement on mutual legal assistance in criminal matters, agreement on mutual legal assistance in civil and commercial matters, and agreement on the transfer of sentenced persons and extradition treaty. From Abuja, I am Festus Ejiroge Nefife for Ben Television.
The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has directed the National Broadcasting Commission to enforce stringent punishment on broadcast stations that promote hate speech in any form. Lai Mohammed said this was part of efforts aiming at stemming the growing tide of hate speech in the country. The minister issued these directives in Abuja at the 3rd annual lecture of the NBC, which also coincides with the 25th anniversary of the commission. The minister urged the NBC to ensure that broadcast stations propagating hate speeches are put to check before they set Nigeria on fire.
The challenges facing the NBC have never been more daunting, considering the increasing propensity of some radio and television stations across the country today to turn over their platforms to the purveyors of hate speech. It is responsibility of the NBC to put these broadcast stations to check before we set the country on fire. In Nigeria today, the hate being spewed on some radio and television stations is so alarming. If you tune into many radio stations, for example, you'll be shocked by the things being said, the careless incitement to violence, and the level of the sensitivity to the multi-religious, multi-ethnic nature of our country. Unfortunately, even the hosts of such radio programs at times do little or nothing to stop such incitements. Oftentimes, they are willing collaborators of hate speech campaigners. This must not be allowed to continue because it is detrimental to the unity and well-being of our country.
Also speaking, the Sultan of Sokoto, Mohammed Saad III, commended the leadership of the NBC for the progress being made and tasked the Commission to consider how to mete out real punishment on broadcast stations that default in the area of hate speech. The Sultan also urged the federal government to apprehend and prosecute religious and traditional leaders involved in spreading hate speeches.
As leaders, we have a collective responsibility to banish hatred from our society and pave way for love and cooperation, for these are the building blocks of a very happy, productive, and sustainable society. And then our very strong support to the decision of the federal government to criminalize and punish hate speech. We have laws in our various law statutes, but what we require, or what we like sort of implementing those laws, because once something is done by any particular person who is close to you, you turn your eyes away. So we have such laws, and therefore we lend our very strong support, 100%, to the federal government, usually on the speech of the acting president, then who is the vice president, to criminalize and refer hate speech as terrorism. I think it's very, very apt.
Addressing the audience earlier, the NBC Director General Modi Bukawu said the Commission has grown exponentially to become a major force in the African continent and has led the transition from analog to digital broadcasting.
Today, the National Broadcasting Commission regulates a broadcasting industry that has grown exponentially and has become a major force on the African continent. We're leading now the process towards the transition from analog to digital broadcasting. By the time we conclude the transition from analog to digital broadcasting in Nigeria, the Buhari administration would have created millions of new jobs, while a new platform of television viewership experience would also have been given to all the Nigerian people. Nigerians will discover that we have included 3 new innovations. This concerns the nature of local content to assist in the protection of creative jobs within the Nigerian economy. We also made new regulations about advertising spend for the development of the Nigerian sports industry. And finally, we defined and provided sanctions against hate and dangerous speech. That final piece came from a major study carried out for the Nigeria National Broadcasting Commission on hate and dangerous speech by a major Nigerian consortium of intellectuals. It is this realization of the danger which hate and dangerous speech pose to our national well-being that made us choose our theme for this year's event.
The NBC 25th anniversary, which coincided with the 3rd annual lecture, had a theme on cosmopolitanism, Nigeria ethnic politics, and the communication of hate. Awesome Raffle, Ben Television.
Lovely place, right?
Yes.
What's wrong? You don't look happy.
Take a look around. Why can't my hotel be like this?
I knew something was wrong, but I've got solution.
Solution? What?
Nanet.
Nanet?
Nanet offers you design solutions, building plans and construction, furnishing and equipping, financing, management, audit services, and many more services for a better hospitality business. Nanet, service with a smile.
Buhari Friends Organization Network said it's right time for President Muhammadu Buhari to look into his appointees and remove those who are not living up to expectations of good performance that complement genuine efforts of his administration to uplift the economy. The group national coordinator, Athanasius Okon, stated this in Abuja at a press conference organized to welcome the president who recently returned from the United Kingdom for medical vacation. He asked the president to, as a matter of urgency, reshuffle his cabinet and appoint more capable hands to help his administration meet up with the change mantra he promised Nigerians.
Anybody's name. Mr. President himself is not unaware of the fact that certain appointees in government are not doing up to as it's supposed to be. Say, the president is one human being. He's a coordinator of government. He put people in different places. So don't forget what is in even in O-level economics, division of labor. And Peter Drucker says in management, MBO, management by objective. There is an objective already set. So the lieutenants to Mr. President, the ministers, the presidential heirs, etc., are to complement his effort by doing what? Implementing the policies of government accordingly. And when there is any loophole, which we have noticed, we can't shy away from saying that. That is why, as a serious concerned group and friends to Mr. President indeed, we don't want his government to fail. We want to add value. We want to contribute our quota as civic responsibility to seeing that he succeeds. And his success is for all of us. Therefore, where we have discovered loopholes, where a minister or ministers are not performing well, or even personal aides, including other chief executive of government agencies, they are subject to removal. They can be removed. Even when you have a tenure and you don't perform, you can't get carried away because where I'm occupying is a tenure office. Then you can be removed because you have found wanting, you are not capable, you are not fit. If you don't do your work well, it's expected you should hand up. We support that. We call on Mr. President, please look inward. Any minister, any personal aide, any chief executive of government agency that has not performed well, we call for the removal of such person immediately.
Ms. Okon, while calling on Nigerians to remain calm and be patient with Buhari's administration, noted that the president is back to address all agitations, especially the issue of insecurity in the country.
I said one of the credentials of a good leader is the feature of proactiveness. And thank God we have that in our president. Very proactive. Immediately he came in, he didn't waste time. He released the speech. And the speech encompassed a lot of things. And subsequently, 24 hours later, he summoned the security meeting to further march action with watch. And by the grace of God, you and I are not privileged at such meeting because it's a highly sensitive meeting, which nobody will just walk in there and know what was discussed and the resolution reached. It's solely security matter. But I can assure you, instead of being a security expert, haven't been there, he won wars, and for him to come back to add one or two things to the current security personnel under his purview, I can assure you those people on the ground will swing into action and do the needful. So the issue of the insurgencies, group agitations, all sort of cleavages will fizzle away in no time, I can assure you, because we believe a nation that is wrong with laws should certainly succeed.
In Abuja, LM Chukwamika reports. As Nigeria prepares for 2019 general election, which have been announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the country's main opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, said with the peace and unity in the party, they are ready to take over power come 2019. PDP had been in government since 1999 to 2015, when President Muhammadu Buhari from the opposition party, the All Progressive Congress, defeated the then incumbent president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, to take over the seat of power. Since then, PDP had been faced with crisis, which had led many of its supporters and members leaving the party to other political parties. With the non-elective convention the party held in Abuja after the Supreme Court affirmed Ahmed Magrafi as the authentic chairman of the party against Ahmadu Sharif, Ben TV sampled opinions from the party members regarding the future of the party.
This is the first convention the party is holding since 2015 as PDP. No faction exists in PDP again, so the people are very elated. And for us, it is very instructive because it has afforded us the opportunity to start organizing again towards 2019. Because Nigerians have seen the difference between PDP and the APC government. Honestly, it's like the
great party PDP is finding its wings. You know, is finding its wings and preparing to, like an eagle, to soar once more. Because the wings have been clipped for some time. So it's training the wings. You know, when a bird wants to fly, you know.
This is what is known as a vibrant opposition. This is Nigeria is back at it again with democracy. You will agree with me what is happening here today is a sign that 2019 we are coming back there. And not only that, it's good to have cracks in the family, but it's also good to talk. It's also good to dialogue. And what we have with Senator McAfee, national chairman, is exceptional. He's a straightforward person, calm and collected, and he's not working based on impunity.
It is important to know that even when you have an APC government in power, there is need for viable opposition. Because without the criticism, the government will not wake up. And it is important that the opposition thrives. That is the only way we can have democracy. In any dictatorship, you have the judiciary, you have the executive, but what shows democracy, of course, is this opposition, and of course the parliament, the legislature.
No doubt the last 2 years have been the greatest test that our great party has faced. The loss of the 2015 presidential election, the gale of defections that ensued, and the leadership crisis that personalized the party were enough to sink the PDP ship. That the party survived this baptism of fire is an eloquent testimony to the resiliency of its grassroots structure, organization, and appeal.
What do you think? What do you think? After 2 years of killing, murder, mass murder, destruction, lies, deceit, abductions, blood, and poverty and shame, and a president that has been with us for only 300 out of 600 days, and you're asking me, am I sure? Can't you see what's happening here? We finally got our party back. Osun State we're taking next year. We'll take Ekiti next year. 2019 we take Nigeria back. End of story.
By all indices, they have not done very well. So the choice is very clear in 2019. And so I don't expect, I think the opposition, the ball is in our court. We have to get ourselves totally ready with the right candidates. But the support is there, you can see that. So PDP is ready. Once we get the right candidates, we are ready for 2019.
That PDP will rule for 50 years. What we just have is just a small hiccup. But to come to 2019, it will come up again.
Former President Goodluck Jonathan, other leaders in the party at the convention, said it's good that Nigeria have tested both parties and will stand to make their choice come 2019.
So far, I was told that some people were insinuating that if PDP had stayed in power, the economy would have been worse off, and I laughed. We had a strong team that was managing the economy of this country. That is not a talk for today, but definitely we'll talk one day. And we are now very ready to present ourselves for the 2019 general election. We are ready to take over the State Houses of Assembly. We are ready to take over the House of Representatives. We are ready to take over Senate. We are ready to have more governors. And we are ready to take over the presidency. Thank you all.
The PDP is now a religion, a belief that we are going back to our villa. I'm going there. I don't know how many of you will be ready to follow me, but I'm going to defeat.
APC promised Nigerians a positive change, but you and I can say today that nothing hopeful about the party. And so what is happening to do is to give Nigerians another hope that PDP in 2019, when they took over the reins of affairs at national level, Nigeria will begin to see positive changes. Nigeria will begin to see a country that will have a purposeful leadership. Nigeria will begin to see a party that means well for them, not a party that is so deceitful, a party of propaganda, a party of intimidating people, a party that does not want the rule of law.
Nigerians may wonder, what has PDP got? Well, what are you getting now? Are you not hungry? Are you not jobless? Are you not unsecured? My God. Pray for PDP to come back. This will be history.
And for us in the PDP, we are particularly happy that the party within the 16 years it ruled Nigeria was able to build not just institutions of government but also institutions of democracy. And Nigerians are beginning to appreciate.
It's that Nigerians have had the opportunity of experiencing another party governed at the national level. They can now compare and contrast.
We are sure of victory because people are fed up with the government of the day. Thank God we are on our way to victory.
The party is expected to hold its elective convention in November this year as the tenure of the National Working Committee expires. In Abuja, LM Chukwemeka reports.